is there spiritual importance to being exact and direct, or does this simply get refined with experience?
Yeah, I have a question. Is the truth direct and straightforward? What is truth? Truth is direct and straightforward. So what is refined, evolved being, but the natural, spontaneous, free and truthful self-expression? Truthful means unobstructed. When you're truth, it means your creative potential, your expression through the physical being, your subtle expression through the physical being is unobstructed. Unobstructed means straightforward. Straightforward means truth. Truth. Truth of a particular frequency, truth of a particular dimension of consciousness, yes. So when you try to find the truth in a fragment of reality or through a certain or in the limited scope of creation, it cannot be the ultimate truth, but it will be truth for this particular moment, through this particular aspect of creation, which is manifesting itself or expressing itself directly. So the ultimate truth sort of not overwhelms, what is the word? Contains everything, right? Abides everything. And when it is so, it is beyond any limited element of itself. It is there. But if you want to know this truth, this ultimate truth in its entirety, you have to be that entirety. You can only know the truth to the degree you realize that truth within yourself. You are that truth within yourself. And so the closer you are to being free from the limitations of a particular dimension you're in, the more directly you will express that potential, the creativity, that spirituality, whatever you call it, it's one and the same flow of self, natural being. And the more potent this expression will be. So, and being straightforward doesn't mean that you're a fool. Or being direct doesn't mean that you're a fool. It doesn't mean that you have to be that in each and every moment, because there are moments when you simply consider that the most natural way to be is to be in silence, because you are with or surrounded by people of different frequency. So that frequency itself is a limitation. So the most natural way to be amongst that frequency is silence. Now, with other beings or another frequency, you feel so-called like-mindedness, right? What is this like-mindedness? It means interconnectedness. In the physical bodies, you may look different. You may look like separate units, but consciously you are connected. So there is no separation there. That's what is called like-mindedness. You feel love to each other. This is sort of unexplainable joy of being connected. So through that connection, natural expression or straightforward expressions, but natural, because there is no limitation of a different, or there's no other frequency of a limited nature that obstructs your self-expression, right? So with that kind of frequency, you're just outpouring. So it depends on circumstances which you're in or where you're in, and how you're going to express yourself. But natural expression, even with people with whatever frequency, if someone asks you for something, or asks you to express yourself, you won't have fears, you won't have any kind of limiting factor within yourself, and you will tell the truth, right? So this truth means you will feel like, yes, I want to say it. It's important for me to express because it's important to you. It's not about other people. But usually, naturally, we feel this limitation if we are in an environment where we don't feel connected with other beings. We feel natural limitation by their presence. So we might choose not to be straightforward, even though our natural expression is straightforwardness and openness. Is just wisdom that makes us understand that that environment is not right. And even if I were to express myself in a straightforward manner in that environment, that won't go through because the message might not go through or might be misinterpreted. So, of course, because we're living in a limited age, these factors may be important sometimes where we assess the environment, people around, and so on and so forth. So we do need to employ our intelligence, our mind sometimes to make choices. We may choose that it's irrelevant to share such information with certain groups of people because they probably won't get it. But of course, it's a judgment. It's a judgment or it's an assessment that we make within our own scope of intelligence, right? But yes, most of the truly evolved people will express themselves directly, but in a right environment. They won't choose to be usually in the environment that is not of their frequency or is oppressive. So I believe so, yeah.